Hi, we are in Germany at the Tiny House Festival. It's the biggest of Europe. It's close to France. That's not particularly interesting, but tiny housing is very interesting. I like it. I think we are gonna have an awesome time. We're gonna meet people. We're gonna speak to them. We're gonna ask their clarification, why they're here, what they like, if they have any interest in living tiny for themselves. And I'm gonna find out why it's difficult to live tiny in Germany. Come. Oké, dit zijn de eerste kleine tiny huisjes, die staan buiten. Deze zijn kleiner, had ik al even gezien. Zullen we daar even snel naar gaan kijken? Ik zie wel mega rijden. We zijn er gisteren gelukkig al geweest. En we gaan het nu gewoon nog een keer ervaren. Neem ik jullie mee. For tiny living, how do you like it and do you want to live tiny?
This year it's a little smaller than the last visit. I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So this was maybe more interesting and more variation. But we saw interesting objects and yes, so we have collected some information.
And do you want to live tiny?
Maybe. The main problem is the ground.
The ground, yeah.
The houses are very nice and they are also not so expensive. But to find the ground where it's allowed to build a house like this will be difficult.
Is that difficult in Germany too?
I think, yeah, I would say yes. Also, at least in the cities.
All right.
Maybe in rural areas it's more easy. But if you want to live close to a city, and maybe as elder people it's interesting to live close to a city, then it's difficult to find the ground.
All right.
For a tiny house. Interesting houses, but main problem is to find the ground.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, didn't see anything.
That's possible. That's fine. How's your first impression?
First impression, interesting. We didn't hi. We didn't see anything yet, and we are glad to and look forward to see all the rest.
Do you want to live tiny?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Why?
Definitely. Well, it's her dream now for at least 7-8 years. We had many attempts to get a slip of land. That's the problem.
Oh.
So not the tiny houses are the problem, but getting a slip of land where you can put a tiny house. In Germany especially, it's not very easy.
Oh.
And then you have the restrictions from building regulations, that's the other thing, but this can be done. But if you don't have land, you don't have a place to put your tiny house. That's the problem.
Oh, right. And is it harder if you want to live near the city?
Sure. As everywhere else.
Everywhere is different.
Building, in Germany you need a building, a special slip of land advised for building. So you can put a house on because you have to have the same requirements as a normal house.
Right.
You have water, you have to have electricity, you have wastewater, and all that stuff needs to be there. So the space is rare, and the problem is to find something.
Allowed to live off-grid in Germany?
No.
No.
You can live on a campsite or on a vacation site, something like that, but you're officially not allowed to live there as your primary address.
Tiny living communities in Germany.
Yes, that grows more and more. Yes, that people, they join and they search some land that they share. That's one possibility, but there are not so many. But because they have the same problems, they have the problem to find some land to put their project on, to realize their project on.
Right, but does it make a difference if you go in a group or on one person?
Probably some things become cheaper if you're in a group. You can share common buildings, no? Like one building for washing and for the community stuff that's going on. you can put your all the stuff you have to store there, so that gets cheaper, but you have to get more space, and to get more space you have to talk to the communities, and that's the great problem.
Oh, right. And if you want to get the permit, will it be easier to do it as an individual or with like 10 people?
I think individually it depends on the community and the building officials, no? It depends on the community. Some communities, they are open-minded. They say, okay, tiny living is one perspective we see here. Others say, no, we don't want these people that are moving around and stuff like that. So
that makes a difference.
Yeah, the conservativity of people is the problem. No? If they're too conservative, the officials, if they're too conservative, they say, we don't want these trailers and these mobile homes. No, we want solid German houses that stay here for thousands of years, and so.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Hello, I'm Ramona Jonait from the New Housing Tiny House Festival. I'm the organizer of it.
Organizer, how many years?
We are doing this for 6 years now. This is the 6th time everybody's come together here.
Why tiny living?
Well, tiny living is still a trend, I would say, but it gets more and more recognized as an alternative to regular living, and it's much cheaper, and it's very, very nice. Look around, it's beautiful. So we are experiencing the interest, and so we want to build that platform to show it.
To show Germany that tiny living is a real thing.
Yeah, it's still hard to do because the understanding of what is a tiny house is still very fragile. There's no real definition of it, but we're trying to show it by making sure people can go inside, touch, feel, look, and make it more experienceable.
How hard is it for Germany to have a tiny house?
Yeah, it's quite difficult. You need a long time to put it up somewhere. You have to make sure you meet all the regulations. German bureaucracy is not as easy as it might look from the outside, but we're trying really hard to make a better understanding of tiny houses, tiny living, and to feature some of the very important services here on the trade fair.
So that's why it's here.
Exactly. We recognized the trend and we just started doing it, and we saw that there's a lot of interest, so we kept on doing it and got bigger and bigger.
Right. How small did it start at first?
We started with only 10 houses, mostly private owned, so private house owners came and showed their houses, and after Corona hit, we started again down to almost nothing because of Corona. A lot of companies unfortunately didn't survive that time, and we started from zero on, and now we are at almost 80 exhibitors and about 8,000 to 9,000 visitors. So the interest is big enough. So exhibitor-wise, we are very diverse. Europe-wide, I would say there are a lot of people from Poland because it's quite cheap to produce there, but also from Norway we had visitors and exhibitors, but a lot of Germans as well, Netherlands, France, who else? Oh my god, Turkey was quite big as well. So yeah, the exhibitors come from all over Europe, and the visitors are more locally located, but they come from almost everywhere in Germany.
And are you proud that you have built this?
Yes, I'm very, very proud of what we come up with every year, and it's very nice to see that not only the weather is very good, but also the mood is very good. Everybody loves it here, and that's great to see.
I'm Jessie.
And I'm Francie.
We're both living in a tiny house village.
All right. And what's so special about the tiny house village in Germany?
Well, it's basically the first tiny house community in Germany, founded in 2017. We are allowed to build any kind of tiny house there and are living there as a community together, organizing things.
Yeah, support us and sharing everything what
Exactly.
we both need or other people need.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. So
Helping each other.
I have a big garden, so sometimes I have a lot of vegetables. So I ask all the people in our village, do you like some vegetables? I have a lot. I can't eat anymore. So that's the reason why we would like to help and to live together.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Where if you need help, anything crafty that you have to do, any construction things, we help each other, be it with the tools or with actual help. So, yeah.
And why did you guys decide to live tiny?
Well, I think that's actually pretty similar for us.
Yeah.
We wanted to have something own because for us, as a single woman, it's really hard to find a house that you can afford. But also the thing about not living alone there, being surrounded with other people that share your ideas of living and your values. And for me, it was also I wanted to move to the countryside, but not alone.
Yeah.
So that's.
And of course, what is very important for me is to have the garden in front of my house, so I can go outside and join everything what I made by myself, and not to live alone. I have still my own home, my own house, but I can choose it with everyone if I like not staying alone on the terrace or something like that.
Yeah.
How many tiny house communities are in Germany?
Well,
Yeah, I think maybe till 10 till 15, not that much, because in Germany the rules are very high and a lot of complicated to realize some kind of tiny house village. We have a really good luck because we have a lot of luck because our village is already done with all the rules and permissions.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you guys own the ground? Are
No.
you ownership?
We rent the ground, but the houses belong to us. So we buy the house, rent the ground.
All right, and you are allowed to live there permanently.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Forever.
Perfect. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I heard it's pretty difficult to live off grid in Germany. Is that so?
Yes. They don't like it. You usually have to stay close to a village, and it's also difficult to get the water, electricity, internet, and so on. But there we're really lucky because it used to be a camping site, and there was already a lot of infrastructure on the site itself. And then I just had to build the pipes so every spot has water access and electricity.
Yeah. So you can come with your house, stay it on the right place, and move it on, and it's ready.
All right.
I moved in 3 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Very new.
I moved you 2 years, but we are very new. So
Oh, so it's still people are still going away and.
yeah.
All right, but
Yeah, there's always change since the founding of the society, the GmbH. It has become much more stable, but nevertheless, things change. Like people find love somewhere else, or kids grow too big, too old. Not too big, wrong word. Or I don't know, they work different.
Change,
Yeah.
can you take
So-
your tiny house on your car and drive somewhere?
yes,
Theoretically,
Yeah.
find a new spot. That's the thing.
it could be a little bit complicated because my house is very long and very high, but it's still possible.
All right.
Yeah.
And if you did it 2 years ago, have you bought the tiny house somewhere else and moved it over there, or did you buy it from the owner?
From our owner on the tiny house village. Yeah.
You too?
Same for me, actually. But that was just luck, really.
Yeah.
We also had people. One moved in 2 days
2 days ago. Yeah.
Another one came a few weeks ago with their own houses that they bought somewhere else, and had to bring it there.
Yeah.
So it's a big moment if somebody arrives with a new house.
Yeah.
On the downside, we have the saying, I don't know if I can translate it properly. Property is a duty, no matter the size. So you have to look after things.
Reflection.
It can sometimes be struggling, especially if you're not that familiar with, the handcrafted things, tools and stuff. But you learn so much. That's also something I really enjoy.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Er zijn wel veel tiny huisjes hier. En veel ook op van die trailers. Die is Nederlands.
Das ist das Logo Schuldein von
Oh ja, we kunnen zo even naar buiten. De meeste tiny huisjes wel gezien. En is er buiten nog. Daar staan wel wat grotere tiny huisjes. Die is meer voor permanent. Why do you like living here?
I have bought this house.
Oh, you bought that?
Yes.
Oh, impressive. Thank you.
And I want to show my daughter.
Yes.
And but so many people want to look, and I must wait.
Oh, you have to go again. Oh, right.
Yes.
But how have you made it happen? In Germany, a piece of land and a tiny house. That's pretty difficult, I heard.
No, in camping place.
Yes.
We have a camping place, and we take it there.
Oh, right. But are you allowed to live in it permanently?
Yes.
All right. Prefer same.
Okay.
Have a nice time. Ja, deze zijn een stukje groter. En ik vind natuurlijk een hele luxe tiny house. But it's okay, I will do it.
We check that.
Do you like this person?
Do you like what?
Do you enjoy being...
I just arrived. He was here yesterday.
Yes.
So you're still filming? Or was that the question? The first question?
That was the first question.
Okay.
I used my first one.
Okay. The second, no. I think it's quite nice. I think nice houses, nice tiny houses, something new, what's different. So it's always nice to visit fairs with new experience for your brain. So that's fine.
Yes. Do you want to live tiny?
No.
No. Thank you.
It's sort of. This is the first question. I don't want to live. But on the other hand, like we coming from Berlin, there are so many spaces for your second home. Like you do holidays on the weekend and stuff like that. And for that's perfectly. If you have a little area next to the beach, I would prefer a tiny house, but not to live. Just for relaxation.
Okay.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
So, no worries.
Why are you here?
Because we want to get informed about tiny houses, about companies that build them, about people to help you build that.
And why was your motivation about...
We want to reduce our area of living. The space that you need to live, to take care of, just to reduce.
That's pretty difficult maybe in Germany, is that so? Is it easy or is it difficult?
It's kind of difficult.
It's kind of difficult to find the right property to build the house on or to put the house on. Yes.
All right,
I think it's basically because of the property. You can't get a property. Yes.
All right. And are you allowed to live off-grid in Germany?
Not completely. No, because all the properties they have to have water and everything that a normal house also has to have.
Sometimes you have requirements what kind of house you're allowed to build in that kind of property.
All right.
So
that's
another thing.
To collect it from nature, like energy from solar panels.
You are allowed to do that, but your property needs to have the connection to the local
grid.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And what's your personal motivation to live tiny? To reduce the footprint and.
Yes, to reduce the footprint, to live off-grid.
To get rid of things you have to take care of.
Yes.
All the space you usually have in a big house.
Not cleaning a big house anymore.
So calm mind.
Yes. And also, have the possibility to have your own gardening and stuff like that.
Healthy food.
Yes.
Very important to you guys.
Yes.
Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
Great.
Lots of information. We haven't been in this area, so that's our first few meters on this.
But for the rest, you have been to other.
We've been inside. We listened to one of the talks.
Yes.
But I think we about covered maybe half of it.
All right. Already. And in that have you figured out which tiny house you want to live?
We just figured out that not too tiny.
No. Okay.
I mean really, really tiny, because we just talked about that. You need some space also for yourself. And in a tiny house with 2 people, I mean really tiny. It's hard to find space for yourself, except you go outdoors, but then you're not in the tiny house anymore.
I understand.
So,
yes.
Well, good luck with your shirts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Have a good
Thanks,
day.
guys. Bye-bye.
Fijn dat er zoveel opkomst is. Just walked around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And what was
Walk to every house.
Well, we get a pretty good idea of what kind of tiny houses are offered here. So we're still interested in as well as the module houses and also the tiny houses. He's more, I think, into module. I'm more into tiny. So
We're still debating.
yeah.
No,
But,
also about
yeah.
the floor plans and everything, like
Yes.
how we like it, or what we need. So we are a lot closer to knowing what we actually want, what we need, like privacy space and everything, and how that could be built into. We've seen quite some examples that we like.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So this has really helped you guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
We didn't find the picture perfect house. We just want to go in and live there. But elements here and there were like, yeah,
Yes.
looks nice.
And also
feels
got
nice.
more ideas of heating, energy, stuff like that. So that we can really focus on special topics and think about it and decide or do more research about what is more cost efficient. Like, do we want infrared or do we want a heat pump, something like that. So we get more ideas and also can do research about.
So this has really helped you.
Yes.
Yes,
it does.
definitely.
It does.
Has it also helped you with maybe finding a place or something else that you didn't think of at first?
Finding a place, we want to stay in the Munich area and it's very hard to get a place. So this is a different task we have to do.
Different beast to
find.
tackle, but
Yes.
One beast at a time.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.